Michael, it's awesome having a chance to sit down with you.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
We have a series that I do called Self-Made.
Yeah.
And when I think of you, I feel like you are that embodiment of self-made. What do you think, what drives you?
What drives me? Ooh, that's a really good question. I appreciate the comment though. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's the wanting to create, you know, and wanting the world to see what I see in my head. Do you get me? And I think entertainment as a whole is a form of expression. Do you get me? And
Yep.
I feel for me it's all about being able to express myself, and everyone being able to express it. But for me, it's about just telling stories with everything.
Where do you think that comes from?
Just my journey in life, man. Like my journey in life it's been like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's been so much like ups and downs, and I've been able to see so much, and like being born here, then you know, going to Ghana when I was a kid, stayed in Ghana for 5 years, lived in South Africa for 3 years, coming back here, you know, growing up, council estate boy. You get what I'm saying?
So what's the down? What was the down for you?
That's the down. There's been so many downs. I can't really pinpoint one single down. Do you get what I'm saying? There's been so many downs, but yeah, from young. Obviously, my parents tried,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Just like all parents do, right? Do
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying? And they're great people, but like you know, sometimes when you're them being like first generation Africans, migrants over here, you know, there's only so much that they knew and that they could do, and they tried to use their resources the best. Do you get what I'm saying? But it was still hard growing up, you know.
Did they have a goal for you?
Education. I think that was their biggest goal, especially my dad. Do you get what I'm saying? Because yeah, he's always been big on education. Go to private school and all of that, grammar school. It wasn't gonna happen.
Did they want you to be, you know, a doctor, a lawyer?
Oh yeah, no, defo.
What was it?
Defo. My pops wanted me to be he wanted me to be a doctor. Cause he's actually a doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he wanted me to be, and so naturally, like, you know, as a man, you want to follow in your father's footsteps.
Yep.
But then I realized very, very early on, I don't like blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
I'm with you on that.
man, you know what I'm saying? I don't like.
Was he disappointed that you didn't want to do that?
Yeah, I think like, no, definitely. But I think cause when I was younger, like I went into like juvenile prison when I was younger.
What'd you do?
Oh, damn, son, you really want to go into that?
Yeah, I want to hear.
Yeah, no, so like it was for like dangerous driving and robbery. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there was like a collective of us. Do you know what I'm saying? And so I was rowdy when I was younger. You know, proper rowdy.
But it was just being young?
Nah, do you know, I wouldn't even say it was being young. I think you could say it was being young, but the lust for money.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying? Wanting money, wanting identity. Do you get what I'm saying? And I think that's what drove all of us, literally. Do you get what I'm saying? We'll do anything for the money, literally anything. Do you get me? And so that's definitely where like our headspace was at.
So it happened. I'm guessing your parents were pissed off that this happened?
Oh, super pissed off. Like, imagine my pops is like, all the energies and everything has been into going and bringing up this dude so he can go and be a doctor.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
Yeah.
Younger, older?
Younger. So obviously I'm firstborn. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's a bad influence.
Bad. Proper bad. Do you get what yeah, proper. You know, I remember my younger brother certain times, like, feds would just come and he would see me getting nicked. Did you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or getting arrested. We say nicked over
No,
here.
that's okay. I'm learning terms.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? We say nick. You see me getting nicked and he just standing there. He hadn't brushed his teeth, morning breath, and he just, Michael. Do you know what I'm saying?
Was he?
This man.
And it's terrible to say, but was he shocked? Was he?
Yeah,
Is
I
that
think-
normal? Is that?
Do you know what? I just think like it's not like it's. I never asked him that, you know. I think his facial expressions was just, you know. I think like that's obviously the life I was leading at the time.
Yeah.
And so those are the things that come with it. Do you get what I'm saying? There's repercussions for whatever path you choose. Do you know what I'm saying? Whatever your decisions are. And I think for the decisions I made, like those were things that could come with it. And you know, so when it did come that way, it was just, I think for him it was just like, boy. But then the good thing about it is he saw that and he didn't want to go down that road.
He doesn't want to see that.
Yeah. So he didn't want to live that way.
So after you got out,
Yeah.
then what?
I think like it was really a quest to like me finding myself as an individual, and I think like that's the main thing. Like a lot of people like, I think they're very confused of who they are. You know, me finding myself as an individual, my identity, like what it is I really want to do. Because obviously I wasn't trying to do this whole go down that path, this whole doctor thing, and you know the streets is only gonna end one or two ways. Do you get what I'm saying? And so it was just me finding, okay, cool. Who am I? Who is Michael? What the heck do I actually believe in? Because you know, like we grew up on going to church and that, but you know, coming from an African background, but you don't necessarily. Is it your faith or is it your parents' faith? You know,
You gotta believe in it.
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? Some people Catholic, Muslim, whatever, but are you believing for yourself or is it through your folks? Do you get what I'm saying? And so I think those were the main 2 points. And then obviously, the challenges are obviously coming out and then making money. Do you know what I'm saying? And getting yourself back.
Was making money for you or for your family or for?
For me, at that stage, it was making money for myself. Just
Yeah.
making sure that I'm back on level ground. Because obviously, when you go through a situation like that, you know, you get taken back. Do you get what I'm saying?
How old were you when you got out?
17.
What did you want to do?
Act
Why?
and comedy.
Why?
Act and comedy.
Which came
creative.
first? Which came first?
I think it was. Do you know what I did? I wrote a film when I was in, and there was a film out called Kidulthood on TV that was circulating by a guy called Noel Clark over here, and yeah, I think I saw that, and then we were doing kind of like acting, like the National Youth Theatre was in there, so we were kind of doing just acting, writing, comedy, music. Do you know what I'm saying? We were making beats, rapping, all of that. We were doing all of that in there. Do you get what I'm saying? And so for me, I found entertainment as that's where I felt most at peace.
Yeah.
Or that's where I felt most expressive. Like I would get mad ideas. Do you get what I'm saying? Improvise. You know, I could make beats and I could never make beats before. Like I find myself, we was rapping. I was never rapping before. Do you get what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so for me, I just put like, yeah, I think I saw the film and I was just like, oh man, I can do that, man. You know what I'm saying? We started writing. I wrote like a 90-page script. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. And my dude that was there, Ben, my guy that was he helped us in the music class. He kept looking over it. He was teaching me, you know, put EXT for outside and INT at the top for inside, you know.
Yeah.
He was showing me all those little things, but yeah, it was that's where I believe like something which was meant to almost destroy me. Like,
Why?
because that's what happened. 84% of people that go inside reoffend, end up back inside.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So there's a very high percentage that you're gonna go back inside the can.
When you think back to that time, you happy that it happened?
100%. It was a turning point for me. Do you get what I'm saying? Without all of those things, I wouldn't be the man that I am today. Do you get what I'm saying? And you know, like, yeah, 100%.
So what do you think was the first thing that moved Michael to the next level?
Ooh, what's the first thing that moved me to the next? When you say next level, in what way?
Being known for something where your parents said, "Oh, you know what? I believe in this."
It took them a long time, man. Super long. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think for the longest of time, they didn't really get me. I remember I had a conversation with my dad one time, And he was just like, in a nutshell, I think you're a joker. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you say you want to do this, you want to do that, you want to do this. And I'm just like, yo, you got to relax, you got to chill out because, like, this stuff takes time. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't happen. You know, there's millions of people just trying to do what it is that I'm doing, you know? And I think it's probably when he started going to work and, you know, his people, because, you know, the surname Dapaah is very unique. And so people started saying, oh, yo, is this your son?
That he started seeing success.
Yeah, then I think that's when like, you know, but you know, like I said, he's an African dude,
Yeah.
so you can tell him that it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
you know, just go over his head, do you know what I'm saying? But I think it's when it started happening a lot more, and you know, people started wanting to take pictures with him because he's my dad.
Because you, yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And then that's
Is
when,
he supportive now?
yeah, they're both very supportive.
So who was supportive for you?
I think with my sister.
She's younger.
Yeah, my sister and my younger brother, both of them, my siblings. I think they were the most supportive of whatever it is I wanted to do from the get go. Because that's why I always say, like, I always tell people, it doesn't matter what happens. Like, you know, your siblings, like, maintain a good relationship with them. Do you get what I'm saying? 'Cause
Yeah.
I think that's so important because your parents, like, they come from one side, your mom, your dad, they join in and they create you guys, right? But your siblings that's your family, like, because all of you guys are from the same bloodline, you know, or whether it is your step brother, step sister, or do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All of you, like, you know. But yeah, I think because I've always tried to be a good big brother, regardless of
Do you feel a sense of responsibility?
100%.
Is that tough?
100%. It's not. Do you know what? For me, it's not really tough now because this is just me. Like, this is how I live. Do you get me? I take care of mine. I have to make sure they're good. You know, I don't want that. They know they can call me for anything, anything at any time.
So if I met you when you were 18, 19, and I said, Michael, what do you do? What would you have said?
18, 19. Ooh, I was in college. I go to college. You guys call it high school.
Yeah. So did you ever have a job?
Yeah.
What?
My first proper job was in Vodafone.
You were selling
Yeah, network, like phones.
in a store?
Yeah, contracts and stuff like that. That's my first job.
When did you stop? When did you stop having to work and Michael, the personality, took over?
Yo, that was the hardest transition of my life, literally, because it's like, it was supposed to serve a purpose when I was studying at university. Just to put some money in my pocket and stuff, you know. But I ended up staying there like much longer than I actually wanted to, and so I got frustrated. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you know, when things serve a certain interim and purpose in your life, you're just supposed to run that course and then move on. But yeah, I got frustrated because, like, when I finished, I had so many ideas, but you can have so many ideas, but you're not doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And you get what I'm saying? So it's almost like it's just boxed in your head. And like, so yeah, it was so hard, and I kept wanting to leave, but then there's that fear, like, you know, yo, if I leave, what's gonna happen? How am I gonna make money? How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do that? Like, I don't want to go back to this because I'm legit now. Do you get what I'm saying? And so, like, and I'm proper trying to, you know, just do things properly, do things right.
How'd you make that? So I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
So with me, to me, I feel like I'm just like you in many ways.
Yeah.
I had lots of ideas, too many ideas, and therefore I did nothing for a long time.
No, 100%.
And then I decided, I was in my 30s, I got to pick one and stick with it and do it.
Yeah.
What did you do to kind of take that leap?
When my friend passed away, I left Vodafone because and that was like Yeah, because, you know, that dude was the first person that like picked up a camera to record me. Do you get what I'm saying? When I first started going to college. And so, yeah, he was like, he believed so much in like the ideas and stuff I used to bring forth. Do you get me? So when he died, I was just like, yo, that's mad. Like life can just, do you get me? And so that pushed me to, I remember I went with my cousin. I hadn't been on holiday in like 8-9 years. I said, yo, I gotta get out of here. Do you get what I'm saying? Let me just go and just think for a period of time. And then I just came back and then I started kind of planning out what I was gonna do. And then I was, do you know what was so mad? Because once I started doing stuff, I was going through this motion of starting and stopping. I'm on it, then I'm not, then I'm kind of doing it, then I'm not, then I'm kind of trying to be this person, then I'm not, then, and yeah, I think it was, for me, the change really started happening for me properly, like, when I started, like, you know, like, building on my faith and, like, God, like, my relationship with God, you know, because going to church more often, you know, just trying to really find myself as a person. Do you get what I'm saying? And then from there, I linked up with like different people. But then there was one of my dudes called Marvin. You know, because I was just writing at the time, and
acting, writing.
Yeah, no, I was just like I just used to write loads of content.
Yeah.
Just write loads of stuff. You know, I was writing for like months. You know, just trying to figure it out because like for some reason it was like cool. I wasn't sure whether I was gonna just jump at this or you know you're trying to. It's mad because it's like you got this idea, but then you're trying to work it all out on paper, step by step by step by step. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I realized, like, yo, cool. I actually can't figure out everything on paper. Like, I have to actually start moving. And so when I linked up with Marv, like he became like a brother, mentor. You see what I'm saying?
But and to me, it's sometimes having support from somebody else kind of to push you to the next step helps.
100%. He came like a brother mentor, you know, I just told him, I got these ideas, I got this thing I want to do and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, he's like a camera dude. And then obviously, we just kind of sat there, devised a plan or whatever, or what we was going to do. And then obviously I was just shooting loads of stuff in my house with my younger brother. And I kind of just got to that stage. I was just like, yo, I put myself in a position where I had no choice.
To do something.
Do you get what I'm saying? So I had no choice. So,
what do you think the break was for you? To be known?
It was probably in 2017.
Think about that. It's only 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's happened fast.
Yeah.
Do you think about that?
Do you know what? Sometimes I do, but I don't think in depth about it because a lot of the time you're moving. You're always moving. Do you get what I'm saying? But this period here where I've been on a bit of a hiatus, where I just had to kind of take a step back, just regroup.
So what happened in 17?
2017, it was just, that's when I just started going. You know, I just like, it probably ended in 2016, to be honest with you. I just started going, you know, I just started, yo, cool, boom, we're just gonna go for it, man. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I just thought, right, you know, I didn't really have nothing to lose.
So what did you go for? What was it?
I just started putting out loads of content, videos, and just...
When did Somewhere in London start?
2017.
When did the song Mansan Hak start?
Ending in 2017. But it was all on my vision board.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, none of this, nothing that happens for me was by accident. Everything was like, you know, vision, prayers, execution, literally.
But to me, what's wild is it's not like you're on terrestrial television. It's not like you you're part of Apple Music.
No.
You're just putting content up
Yeah.
that people find.
Yeah.
Like it's the fans that found you that
Yeah.
made you.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yeah, 100%. But you know, it's like, for me, I didn't want to do things that everyone else was doing.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? I just said, I kind of scoped the market and I was just like, yo, this is what's going on over here. This is what's going on over here. I don't do that. I want to do this. I want to bring this to the market. Do you know what I'm saying? I just want to strategize and, yo, we're going to do this, and that. And yeah, naturally the people started gravitating towards it. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's why I'm always very grateful for my supporters.
Do you think because you play a lot of characters?
Yeah,
Do you think you, Michael, is confident,
100%.
or is it through the characters you're playing?
No, but you know, like the characters and that I play is just one side of me. Remember, that's just one project. Do you get what I'm saying? There's a bunch of other bits and bobs and that I get to do, and you know, there's a lot of stuff I do as myself as well.
I imagine that the stuff that you've already done is yesterday,
Oh,
and the
100.
stuff in your head that's what gets you excited.
100%, because no one knows what's in your head.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? But that's the beauty of being a creative or being an entrepreneur or being, you know, whatever it is they wanna coin it these days, because no one actually knows your potential, so they might write you off in their head.
So what's next for you? What's coming up for you?
Ooh, in the next, well, Swill 2 at the moment. You know, the second season.
Producing by yourself?
Yeah, I'm still working with like the same team of people.
But on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want to put it on TV. I just really wanted to just give it to the people. You know, how the people have received it. You know, make it accessible worldwide. I don't want to limit the reach, especially. And so, yeah, working with the same team of people and to produce that. And so that's coming out. You know, my supporters have really been waiting for it, so we've got to give it to them. There's gonna be new everything. I got other shows on that.
Is Big Shaq coming back?
150%. There's new music. There's new everything.
Really?
New everything.
An album?
Boy, oh boy. There's
Any collabs?
New everything. Everything. All
So
of that.
we can expect a full length?
Oh no, 100%.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. Do you know what it is? Everything is, like I said, this is all things I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And do you know what's so mad? I saw Donald Glover the other day as Childish, yeah. Yo, he absolutely blew my mind. I said, this is it. And you know, I love Drusy, and you know, everyone knows like I love the OVO camp, you know. There's so much different
But
people.
he's the guy.
I think his I admire his creativity on such another level, you know, because I think it's to be able to go. I think people don't actually understand the brain to be able to hop from, let's say, okay, cool, I'm gonna go from writing and then I'm gonna go into acting and then I'm gonna put that on pause and go into music.
That's hard.
No, it is hard. And
you're talking. That's not two things. That's three things. That's four things.
Yo, it's difficult, and I've had to go through that transition because it's writing, going from performing, going around the world and just touring and doing so much music, and then coming back to saying, you know what, I want to put this on pause. No, cancel all of this stuff. Let me just go back into my incubator and just create, and let me just deliver this product. Has been the hardest thing ever, but I'm glad, because if I hadn't done that, then I wouldn't know how to switch things on and off.
To me, and for your fans, or for people who want to do things, like I imagine this sense of I tell people, which is a strange thing, it's a horrible thing, don't have a plan.
Yeah.
Because if you have a plan, it may not work. You can have an idea.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's like Big Shaq turned into something because you watched what the market, how they reacted.
Yeah.
So now you're turning that into more of something.
Yeah, 100%. I think, and it's important. My thing with that, you know, just feeding off from that is, I would say write your plans in pencil. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Not in pen.
I like that.
You know, write them in pencil.
I like that.
You know, then you can rub this out and go that way.
I like that.
And then, you know, we can rub that out. Okay, let's go this way.
So would it disappoint you if someone said, just go into music. Forget acting, forget comedy.
There's people that always say that. Do you get what I'm saying? There's people that, can you just release music? Or can you just do this? Or can you just do that? Can you just do that? And the greatest thing is having freedom. You might start, like, Jay-Z started as a rapper, right? And then he ended up coming to get what? Ace of Spades. Do you know what I'm saying? And he turned himself into a mogul. Same with Khaled, same with Diddy, same with all of these other amazing people that, that are all over the world. You know what I'm saying? These are just some people, that I've just listed, for example. Like, who can tell you something? Just as long as you're actually good at what you do, that's it.
So, last question. I read in an article, you said 10 years ago I couldn't do this.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have the opportunity. What does that mean?
I think 10 years ago, 10 years ago was a totally different time to where it is now. We live in a time where I believe we're very privileged. With things like the internet.
I was going to say social media.
Social media being created, now people can actually create their own careers. Yeah. Which is a very big blessing. Do you get what I'm saying? You can actually go direct to consumer, which you couldn't do like that 10 years ago. And then, I just think with there being trailblazers in different industries, whether it be sport, football, the wine, alcohol, liquor, whatever, there being so many different people that's broken through. Because what people don't realize is, like, for music, there were people like So Solid Crew when I was growing up from here. I'm sure you know about the game over there, but from here, there was people like So Solid Crew, and then came through like the East London rappers, and then came through some of the South London rappers, and then, all of the one door after another, after another, after another, after another, after another, led to someone, let's say like myself, to be able to come through, and then I do that, and then that opened up a whole nother door for another bunch of people. Do you understand? So it's like, it's, when I say 10 years ago, I wouldn't. And then also I there's a lot I've had to learn within the 10 years. So when I say that, the kind of person that I am today
is completely different.
Totally different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The way I approach things and the way I deal with people, situations, maturity, all of that is different. And I think the growth that's happening, myself, believing in myself, belief in God, belief in, the people and the team I'm blessed to work with now. And, just the amazing people like yourself that I'm able to meet. Do you get what I'm saying? It wouldn't have happened 10 years ago. I wouldn't be sitting here with you. Never. In a million years. But we sat down today.
On that note, Michael, you were truly self-made.
Thank you.
You are, I don't know, I'm a lot older, but I see a lot of what you are. It motivates me talking to you, and that's what makes me excited. So
appreciate it.
I bless you and all your success.
Thank
Cheers.
you. Let's sip, yo. What's this, rosé?
Rosé.
This is beautiful.